here. So there's definitely shifting energy that happens in the first floor because I feel like it also goes in there. When we were back in that back room that kind of leads into the private area, I did see a man, which I talked to Taryn about, and he had like a pointy goatee, the salt and pepper goatee.
There's a man with a thick mustache. He looks like he's in his 40s. It feels like he's the owner, like he almost has to approve a girl before she works there. It feels like he's in common with you, John. He's in common with you, so maybe his name is John.
But anyway, I don't feel like that's the same energy in here. This is a lot more concentrated. I feel like, I mean, obviously with it being the Rhodes Hotel, they've had lots of people coming and going, but that's what it feels like. It feels like a very heavy traffic area, and I feel like there have been a lot of either big celebrations or big get-togethers where numerous people have come in. It's that kind of an energy.
That's what you feel in that room?
That's what I feel that's shifting. You know how if you go to a party, people kind of click and then move? It's that kind of feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a group of people, and then you kind of mingle and you go over there and that group grows larger, and then you kind of mingle and go over there and that group grows larger.
That's me moving
Was
the
this ever like a brothel or anything? Do you know? It was?
Yes.
I just saw a man and a woman going up the stairs, and they looked pretty tipsy. And they were definitely going upstairs to get busy.
I was a soldier in the military. You guys like to pleasure soldiers?
There's definitely energy felt on these steps. Like I feel like people, as they're going up or down the steps, I don't want to say they feel a pressure. Like they feel like somebody's walking beside them. If that makes sense. It's almost like that feeling you get when you're like, oh, excuse me, and you want to let somebody through. I feel like that gets felt on these steps. The kitchen? Okay, so this room makes my knees weak. There's a lot of energy in this room. What is that?
It's a train.
So that's obviously feeding energy to this place. I have like full body goosebumps right now, like from my shoulders down to my ankles in this room. I feel like my heart is like racing right now. Like I'm nervous as hell for some reason. I don't have any reason to be nervous. I feel like somebody sits in that chair. Because when I first came in here, I almost did a double take thinking that somebody was sitting there. But I feel like this room, people have had experiences, or people tend to shy away from this room for some reason. There's a lot of energy in this room. It's like completely throwing my equilibrium off. That door, is there a door behind there? Curtain. Those open. I'm like 99% positive that this door gets opened.
Yeah, it's like a little closet kind of, but it's a connector to the bathroom.
Yeah, something goes on like right here. This is like a concentrated area. I don't really feel anything in the bathroom itself though. Oh my god, this bathroom is awesome. I love this one.
Very dizzying feeling. It's kind of a nauseating feeling. But what I was most concerned about earlier when I came back here is that I feel there's a block right here, like not to go any further. It's like something is back in this little corner right here. And I have no idea what's on the side of that curtain. But whatever it is, it just says don't come back here.
Okay.
I just feel that there's somebody back on the other side of this wall. And even when I touch this wall, I feel like, I almost feel like those sick fever chills. Like if I had to live in this house, I could never go in there.
You can shut that door if you want. Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Like, if I had to live in this house, I could never go in there.
You can shut that door back in there. That better?
Yeah. Now, I don't know if maybe someone hid back there and scared the crap out of somebody, maybe.
Now, I don't know if maybe someone hid back there and scared the crap out of somebody, maybe pushed open that door, or if somebody was locked in there as punishment. But it just doesn't feel like a happy place.
I feel like as we're walking from room to room, that there are like people there watching us, like seeing what we're doing. Like that's what it feels like.
Men don't come up here by themselves. It feels like they choose someone downstairs and they come up. This room, I get a feeling like more prestigious for some reason. Like somebody. This was somebody's room who held some kind of stature here or something. This feels. I don't know, it just feels more prestigious, like somebody that had some importance in this house. They're claiming this room.
That creeps me out a little bit too. Like I feel like there's somebody behind it. I feel like there's a lot of hiding that goes on up here. Like I feel like if there's spirits here, that they don't necessarily want to be like the center of attention. But, so they do try to hide. Like, that's the vibe I get, where they're, like, curious enough to want to peek, but not enough to want to, be out and front and center. I feel a lot of watching. Like, it feels very voyeuristic. What the next woman is a brunette. The woman's taller. The woman seems like she's about Taryn's height. But I haven't seen her again. I've only seen the boy again. I really feel like the boy plays in the closets.
Someone's making me feel really dizzy in this room. So I don't know if they had something wrong with their head. This may be the guy that was shot, maybe he was shot in the head. I don't feel pain, I feel really dizzy, so maybe that's not the connection. Maybe it's drunk. Okay, so the logical thing would be in here and say, okay, so the boy comes in here. But when I tried to tune into that, that's not what I got. I saw the man from downstairs. In fact, I don't even feel or see the boy at all. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't come in here. Obviously, there's toys and stuff in here, but that man, for some reason, just popped right into my mind. So he's got something to do. And I almost feel like the
I'll
man,
explain it
the
to you.
woman, and the boy are somehow connected.
Yeah, okay. More drunk, yeah. Then. But not a happy drunk. It's more of a, alcoholic, somebody that's chronically drunk that it's not a, let's get drunk and a party type thing. It's
I'm drunk because
just,
I need to be. Or...
sad, depressed, drunk again, and worthless. Feeling of sadness.
Hear the name Michael in here, I don't know why.
that's chronically drunk that it's not a, let's get drunk and a party type thing. It's
I'm drunk because
just,
I need to
just,
be.
you know, sad, depressed, drunk again, and worthless. Feeling of sadness.
Oh, I'm like dizzy as hell right now.
Definitely being pushed.
You being pushed?
Mm-hmm.
So does your balance feel like it's off?
Oh my god, I feel like I'm being pushed backwards.
That's me. This fan's way too loud.
I swear to God, I just felt a cat brush up against my leg.
Hmm.
Do they have cats?
No.
Okay, so I felt a cat.
Thank you.
Here, there was a female that said this is where it started.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what she means by that. I felt like it was pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying this is where it started.
Okay. The woman. I have goosebumps. The woman likes this room. This room holds value to the woman.
Older woman,
Mm-hmm.
bandana,
Mm-hmm.
fold at the top, kind of like the service knot, penny
Mhm.
curls. A little bit meaty,
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that she
Mhm.
pulled a blueberry pie out of the oven. Like possibly a very good baker.
My legs, I don't know if you can see my legs on camera, but my freaking legs are covered in goosebumps right now, which is my sign for spirit. And I'm really nervous feeling, and I don't know if it's her or if it's just because I got creeped out by the feeling of the brush up against my leg. But there's a woman, and she has brunette hair, just like the boy. And her hair is... When I saw her at the top of the stairs, it was up in a disheveled bun. When I see her in here, she's brushing her hair, and it's longer. And it's wavy. It's not like mine, but it's like wavy. Like it doesn't have the curl that mine has, it just has like it's not six straight. She's younger. She's like my age, maybe a little older. And she's shy. And she's connected to the boy.
Sense anything in the boy?
Boy doesn't come in here. The boy, I got the name Edward. The boy runs up and down the hall when he's seen, and they hear him downstairs, they hear him running in the hall. And I think sometimes they tell him to shut up or, be quiet, but they don't do it menacingly.
I keep getting flashes between the old woman and the young woman.
Mm-hmm.
Young woman is very, at the time, tall and slender.
Mm-hmm.
Hair a little bit longer than mine, with waves.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat, definitely country girl. I mean, this area.
Color was her hair?
It's either light brown or dirty blonde. I'm having a hard time with the young girl and the old woman. Like, is it
Are
the
they
same?
one and the same?
For at first I thought.
Do they have the same color hair?
In the older woman, it's slightly darker.
Mm-hmm.
Hair is darker than mine.
Mhm.
It's not quite dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like an ash. It's a medium
Okay.
brown.
I don't know what. She feels like she's in denial. She feels. This girl was young. She doesn't feel like she was ready to go.
It's very much like this woman's hair.
Uh-huh.
But in the picture, it's more relaxed. But yeah, I mean, it's very close. I mean, the face in the old woman is more like this.
And I'm trying not to look at that picture because it gives me the idea of a woman. But whoever it was, I don't think she lived a long life.
And this one, I feel like a boy, possibly, you know, the old like trucks, they're metal.
Mhm.
When you're a little kid, you used to push them, not quite a Tonka, but more of an older pickup truck, or an old metal car. And all I can see is this little boy just pushing it back and forth.
An old metal car. And all I can see is this little boy just pushing it back and forth. It's like kind of back in this corner.
I feel like that little boy hides in the closets, and he's the one that accidentally opens and shuts the doors. Yeah. But it doesn't feel like he's trying to be a shit. It feels like he's just, you know, playing hide and seek or whatever.
Good report. Good report, Dan.
I would say dark hair.
Mhm.
I'm so bad with ages, but I'm gonna say maybe 8 to 10.
Mhm.
Possibly a Robert, Robbie,
Mhm.
Bobby.
It feels like someone was shot in one of these rooms.
This is another energy heavy room. So it's 3 rooms so far. This one is definitely energy heavy, and it's more energy heavy in the corners, like here and here.
Feels like an older man got really rough with him over here. He was shot either by her or someone else. Feels like immediate justice. Like
Mhm.